that work? Ding. Say, if you don't have the ta-dunk, you can't take the next step. Good morning, children of God.
Good morning.
What a wonderful day it is. It's so good to see you all here this morning. A little rain in the valley, which is nice. Got rid of the fog for a day or two anyway. Maybe 3 or 4 even. One of the things that is true when you seek inspiration, it's ideas that you want. And when you pray for guidance, it's ideas that show you the way. But you have to pay attention. One of the ways to pay attention is to remember who we are and to remember how we work. Let's begin this morning's celebration as we stand and join together with the Unity Band, which means the CD, in the silence. O loving Father, Mother God, in this moment, we acknowledge your presence, moving in and through us. In this moment, we choose to be open and receptive and responsive to your instruction and to your guidance. In this moment, we choose to affirm our oneness. In this moment, we are grateful for the opportunity to come together, to worship, to sing, and to pray in the name, in the nature, and in the power of the Christ. Amen.
Today's word is perspective, and Flo will be reading the daily word.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It's good to be up here and to see you again. This is wonderful. So the daily word for today is, I see God everywhere. And it says today, but I'm going to also add today on this January of a brand new year. I view life from a divine perspective, beholding the divine in all people and circumstances. I know at a deep level that all is well, that we are supported in every way by Spirit, and we are forever one. This view of life is not reserved for carefree days when life is peaceful and easy. In any situation, at any time, I can see through chaos and confusion to the truth that all is in divine order and all is well. And I believe we all have done this, and we have the miracle before us by having Rob back. I am a spiritual being having a human experience, and I am one with God. As I view life from this perspective, I see how God reveals itself in every living thing, and I am inspired to express the divine in my every thought, my every word, and my every action. And from the book of Matthew, blessed are your eyes, for they see.
Miracles are those things that happen every day that are outside of your current level of understanding. But that's all. Just outside your current level of understanding. Miracles occur on a regular basis. And part of the reason that we begin to see miracles more often is we touch bases with who we are. We get in touch with the truth of who we are. And we work from that base. Let's take our affirmation. This is the truth of who we are. Together. I am a child of the living God. I have within me the all-creating power of the Christ. It radiates from me and blesses all whom I contact. I am now in the presence of pure being and immersed in the Holy Spirit of life, love, and wisdom. I am now in the presence. Let us hold that as we join together with Bridget for some centering music.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. Would you sing it with me? I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
I am so blessed. And with each breath I take, having rested my body, I gently, easily, and effortlessly begin to quiet my mind. I move to that place in consciousness that Jesus called our inner closet, our secret place. Charles Fillmore said that for him, that secret place resided right behind his heart. I happen to concur. It is that place where there is never question or doubt. It is that place where I commune with and affirm my oneness with my Creator. Here I am. And as I take pause this morning, I let go of those thoughts and feelings of what I should have done. I give pause to those thoughts and feelings of what I have yet to do this day, and for one holy moment I rest. Peace, peace, be still comes to mind. I hold that thought. It is the truth of me. And here in the stillness I listen. This day, all my needs are met. This day, I reach out and claim these gifts that come to me. This day I say yes and thank you. I'm grateful. In affirming my oneness, I remember that regardless of appearance, I am a channel through which good works in my world. In this moment, I embrace that goodness. I know the flow of life, the flow of good, moves in and through me. It begins here in this place. That which you send touches each and every one of God's children. I am blessed. Together with other thought of like mind, they move from this place into our community, wherever that may be. And touch each and every one of God's children. Across our state, across our country, touching each and every one of God's children. I am blessed. Around our world, throughout our universe, touching each and every one of God's children. I am blessed. Hear the stillness in the silence, knowing the truth of us. We are never separate one from the other. I know that somewhere, somewhen, someone is saying thank you. I am blessed. I am so grateful for what you have sent this day in this moment. Is exactly what I needed. I am grateful. And that gratitude swells up and returns to you. The cycle is complete. We are one. I allow this flow to continue. I immerse myself in it, every cell of my being, re-energized, revitalized, renewed. I am so blessed. I hold this truth and rest for one holy moment. Knowing there is more yet for me to do this day, holding to this experience we have shared, I gently, easily, effortlessly bring my attention to this place, to this now, to this when. And I join with you and pray as Jesus, our elder brother, has taught us when he said, "As for you, pray therefore in this manner." It's always a blessing to have you with us. Thank you so much for being here and sharing with us today. Let's welcome Bridget Paul.
Thank you. I'm so grateful to be back here. I have tears in my eyes. I love you all so much. Here's a song written by Sue Krupa, I Am the Thinker. And if you catch on, please join in with me and affirm these positive words. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. If you ask me who am I am wisdom, I am light. I am more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. If you ask me what am I am beauty, I am joy. I am more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. Try it. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I can choose to be the light that brightens someone's darkest night. I'm so much more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. What? I have the power to change my life. What? I have the power to change my life. Yes.
What a lead-in. The lesson is concluded. Well, no, but close. One of the things that happens when you allow it is that God works, but you have to allow it. I need your help with this. We know, because we say it, it's not just a good bumper sticker, there is only one power, one presence in my life, God the good. One mind. So when we ask for prayer, it should not surprise us that answers come. But sometimes it comes as a surprise. And for me, it comes in surprise that I think, that I have heard something, but I'm not sure. So if this is in your family's lexicon, or somebody you know, thank you, because this thought, as part of my healing process in the last couple of 3 days, is not a quiet, still voice. Downright loud. Watch this. Let me love on you. And squeeze your neck. Now, I don't know where that came from. It has a slight southern drawl to it. Just saying. But this voice, let me love on you. And I translated, let me hug your neck, because the whole thought of squeezing is not so good. And let me hug your neck. That's the other line that comes to me. No specific voice other than a voice of power. Meaning that in thought and in prayer, in asking for healing, one of the things that we know is that we need to dissipate fear. And what dissipates fear? Love. Let me love on you. I love that. Isn't that cool? Let me love on you. And let me hug your neck. And I paint a picture. Enveloped in it. And it leads to, I am so blessed, which we sang earlier. It leads to, I am the thinker. I hold the thoughts. And our Bible is full of messages about builders. And stories about building. Build not on the sand, but on a rock. Upon you, I shall build my congregation. For those who think the word was church, it's not. The correct translation was congregation, which means those of like mind. And our teacher was talking about his disciple, Simon Peter, who represents faith. Upon faith, I will build the rock. They all tie together. These pieces all tie together. But the most important one is that it's here. It's you. You think it. You build. I've had, as many of you know, for those of you who don't know, I'll share with you right quickly. At the end of December, had an interesting experience that some would call, I'll just do that so you get in advance, a stroke. Now, what that means for us, each of us individually, is a little bit different. We have a picture in our mind of what that means, but basically, from a medical perspective, what it means is that somewhere in your brain, a clot or a particle has clogged an artery feeding the brain. And the brain doesn't like that. Duh. And it complains loudly, mostly by shutting down. Okay? The neat thing is this body temple is so unique that even as that occurs, it automatically begins to heal when you allow it. When you allow it. The prayer that starts with, before you call, I answer, becomes true because there are so many experiences that have led to where I am in this moment that fear was dissipated right from the beginning. I know how to heal me. And I do it with thought. There was a commercial on this morning. It just tickled me because it fits so right in tune with this. When you seek inspiration, it's ideas that you want. Ideas. There's a thought. An idea. And this commercial it's on right now is being done by Dell Computers, but it points out a little apartment over a pizza joint where a great thought came, a company that now is in fruition. For those of you who may recognize it, Dropbox, they were talking about. All different kinds of businesses that began with what? An idea. There's a thought. How about we just extrapolate it one step further? All things begin in mind. Period. So does this. So the stories from the Bible about how we build. Cornerstones in the building trades. Why do I have to have a strong foundation? What does that mean for me? See, it's a lesson to build this. Because it is my thoughts and feelings that are the materials that I use to build this. So if I don't like what my building looked like, who gets to rebuild it? That would be me. Sometimes you don't believe that. Most of the times you don't believe it. So every now and again something comes along and says, well, yes, one of the challenges that came about as a result of this stroke was that I had what is called sheer vision. What the doctor said was, your eye is perfectly healthy. Your optic nerve is perfectly healthy. So your eye is seeing everything. But that part of your brain that interprets what the optical nerve is seeing is an area that seems to have been either damaged or destroyed. Now, in the instant you could go, I chose not to. And the reason I chose not to is I had been introduced to a scientist who went through a stroke her own self, and in a period of time was reborn, meaning rerouted everything in her brain. All the bodily functions worked, the voice worked, everything works, because this is an amazing tool. Now I had seen that, so I knew that because someone else had done it, I can do it too. So I've been working with that. And as a result, every day I rebuild. Now there are those who will say, and I love them, watch this, they're wrong, but I love them, that say once a brain cell dies, that's it. And that even may be true. I don't believe that, but even if it is, let me tell you what I think is going on. The cells in and around those areas of the brain that interpret what's going on here on my left-hand side took up the slack. Okay. If you can't handle it, it's no problem. I love you. This is going on, right? Let me love on you. I'll take up the slack. You just be healed. Now, sometimes be healed means drift away, dissolve, move through, pick a term. Sometimes that's what it means. But there's no fear in it because the building is taking place. Every day, a little bit more becomes clear. Every day. Now, part of it comes because I've been open, and I want to say thank you for each and every one of you who has been involved in my healing, in allowing me to heal by your presence and by your prayers. When we talk about praying with, this is what we mean. You need to be open to have somebody pray with you. Oh, by the way, you deserve it. So if there was somebody thinking, oh, I could use prayer, but I don't deserve it. Yes, you do. Big time. So be open to it. Allow prayer to work. Affirmative prayer to work. Affirmative prayer sees not this outpicturing. Affirmative prayer sees the truth of me. And when I see the truth of me with that thought, now I'm free to rebuild without fear. Let me love on you. You're going to hear that a lot. I don't know about the squeeze your neck part. We'll get to that. Let me hug on you. But it's that enfolding, that whole premise, the whole idea of enfolding. Let me love on you. See, that's what Jesus taught us, isn't he? Love one another, even as I have loved you. But you have to say yes. What happens if you say no? Different set of circumstances. Just say it. Earlier I said hello to somebody and said, boy, you're really looking good. And I said, yep, I'm still looking at grass this way. Just an experience. We move through it. And before you need it. Now, last week I mentioned that I was scheduled to go this last Friday up to Portland to visit with the vascular surgeon up there. Appointment was made. And the surgeon's nurse called me and said, I just talked to the doctor and he's not going to recommend surgery. I went, what? That's the first reaction. Then I went, thank you, God. And I just asked the question. And how did we arrive at that decision? I just wanted to know. Notice I didn't question the decision necessarily. Kind of. Little bit. Well, with the information that had been provided, modern medicine is so cool. Do you realize that I'm on CD? I could be on YouTube. Because when they do all the imaging stuff, because I had some CAT scans, I didn't even know I had a cat, but they scanned it twice. The CAT scans, the MRI, all the doctor's notes, everything. On 2 CDs, Rob, Volume 1. Okay. So that information was then passed. So based on the information he already had, because I've been with the VA for quite a while, and this, quote, new information, he pulls it together from his perspective and says, this is what I would recommend. So I didn't have to drive, not me, because Linda was the one who was going to have to drive. I was looking forward to this. Not really. But we didn't have to go the 4.5 hours to hear that. He called me on the phone. And here's how it works. Because he has all the information, keep doing what you're doing now. In other words, those meds that have been prescribed to keep the blood pressure down, keep doing that. Keep looking at your menu. We're going to more complex carbs as opposed to simple ones. Now, I have a problem with that because I'm trying to simplify my life. But in this case, I'm going to complicate it. Just say. A little more exercise on a regular, committed basis. We'll see you in October. We'll get a picture taken first because he wants to see. And then I'll talk to you on the phone. How cool is that? Yeah? Now, all of that is possible because we collectively put an idea in motion. The idea goes like this. For you personally, I want to send this to you personally, and all you have to do is say yes. Regardless of the appearance, I am whole and free. Together. Regardless of the appearance, I am whole and free. See, so you give yourself permission to look like the way you are. Yay! Don't beat up on you for, it took me 68 years to get here. Not a problem. May take me another 68 to get back someplace else. Still not a problem. Each step of the way. I am a builder. You are a builder. But it's your thoughts and your feelings that show up. This is an expression of those thoughts and feelings. And when you change those, as Bridget shared with us in song, when you change those thoughts, you change your life. Now, I can tell you that I put my foot down. I didn't put it down very hard. I just put it down. I refuse to eat shredded cardboard. Now, for any of you who've ever been on a diet from the doctor, that's exactly what it tastes like, right? You know exactly what I'm saying. Not going there. It has to be tasty shredded cardboard, or it's not coming this way. So we're playing with it. I'm sharing that with you on purpose too. You need to play. Yes, what we're going through in any experience we have is serious. I got that. But life is not one picture, but all the pictures. This building isn't done yet. How do I know? Because life is eternal. Oh, when does the picture get done? Does the word never come to mind? Can. Now, I already heard this thought, so I'll share it with you. But I don't like this picture, and I don't intend to carry it around all that much longer. I'm getting rid of it. And I'm going to go through an experience that you will call death. What? Okay. It's one of the reasons that we talk about transition. We just shift from one set of beliefs to another. Just for my own information, not because it means anything one way or the other. How many of you absolutely positively believe in 3 dimensions? Every hand should go up on this one, I'm just saying. For those of you who are on the Flat Earth Society with only 2, okay. Okay, now, think about it a moment. How about 4? How about 5 or 6 or 7? Or 12? Or how about this one? I don't know and it don't matter. So I'm in that school. Because each dimension, as you think about it from a learning perspective, each dimension is a way to grow. Not good nor bad. Not too weird, question mark. Not enough where I'm going to get an invitation to 2 North, which for those of you who don't know is the psychiatric wing of our local hospital. Opportunities to grow, opportunities to build. The building begins with these thoughts that begin with what? Let me love on you. Let me love on you. And squeeze your neck. Not that way. Different move. This way. From here it begins. And if you're not sure, bring it home. Look at you. Allow for one moment for you to see you as I see you. For one moment. Breathe. Let me love on you. I love you. Let me love on you. And hug your neck. I bless you. Let me love on you. I appreciate you for being in my life. Let me love on you. I behold the Christ. There's the foundation. Build anew today. Namaste.
Thank you for listening. Please feel free to pass this message along to your friends and family. You can obtain additional audio tapes or CDs by visiting our website or by calling our office at 541-772-6902. We invite you to join us in prayer. We know that prayer works, and now you can send your prayer request to our prayer team here at Christ Unity Church by using the form on our website. The activities, programs, and services of this ministry are presented on a love offering basis. All gifts, regardless of size, are gratefully accepted. You may participate either by sending your gift to Christ Unity Church, 540 North Holly Street, Medford, Oregon, 97501, or by visiting us on the internet at www.unitymedford.org.